Una's owners can't go anywhere near her paws. Forget about nail drummeling, forget about nail clipping. They can't even touch her paws. So what we're doing now is, this is not about let's get as many people as possible to hold the dog down and get the job done. We are asking for acceptance of the procedure and having a conversation back and forth between dog and handler on touching the paw and disagreeing with Josh, and then Josh disagreeing with the disagreement, and it's a back and forth like that until we end with a ability to touch the paws or brush her or cut her nails.
Okay, but look, we're already started. How is this already different than what you see? No, it's not.
She understands that she's in a conversation with you.
Yes. No.
That's a disagreement. That's a disagreement to the disagreement. Now she tries to run away. She's going to get recalled back. She can't flee the situation.
I show her again. We don't hide anything. You don't hide anything, you don't force anything, like, you know. And then I'm proving to her that it's not going to be a horrendous experience that maybe she might think it's going to be. That'll be, you know, I'll make sure to keep it gentle. I won't do anything too intrusive or anything uncomfortable. A lot just happened there. We talked.
Well, I think so many owners see their dog running away and then they just give up. They're
Yes.
not used to using recall in such a way that we do. And so it begins to be a chase the dog around the house and try somehow.
And that becomes the ritual, and that becomes, and it's just like, and how old is she now? You know, it's like, no, she's too old to be doing that stuff, too big.
Disagreement. You guys, it's very subtle, but the whipping the head around, that's classic. Classic dog saying, I don't like what you're doing. And she knows she can't run away, so then her next line of defense is to whip the head around, and it goes from there.
Dogs will bite over this stuff.
Yep.
This is, but if a dog's a biting dog, it'll bite over this stuff. And then we're going to talk about what happens when you try to bite. And then they learn. And then we go right back to this. And it's like, biting doesn't work either, you know? There's no way out of a little conversation once a human starts it. And if you live with your dog that way, then you have a dog that listens and understands that when you're talking to them, they need to pay attention because you're going to be telling them what to do. And there's not going to be a way out of it. And if they don't pay attention, they're going to get corrected, right? Good. Notice how we got this going on. I haven't even said anything to her really. You see all that? You know, a normal energy of a human doing this is high. And they're, like you're hanging out with a bunch of 3-year-olds or something, like toddlers, and you're going to go like camping. And, you know, like,
Even just you doing that for a second got her up a notch.
Yeah, and I'll
See?
do that to work her.
Now it's making it harder.
Yeah. And she's starting to stress, you know, she's starting to stress more because I'm starting to talk more. You see, this is a talk right here.
This is back and forth.
Every dog book you read, they're going to say, don't stare at a dog in the eyes and all this stuff. It depends on how confident you are with dogs. Because if it's just a message. I'm staring her in the eyes, it's confrontational. As soon as she gives me what I want, I release that pressure. Can a dog take it as a confrontation and strike at you? Yeah, but I can strike back. We're just animals. It's just a disagreement. It's no big deal. Could she bite me in the face? Yeah, but she's not going to because she's a good girl. They can. They're going to base their movements off from yours. And I base mine off from theirs. And I know how they think, you know. So Julie's here and I'm here to help you learn how they think through what they do, right? That's just good. Now she knows what this means by now.
Disagreement.
I'm going to work on that a little bit. That's good. I'm going to come in a little smoother.
That's a lot of hair.
Yeah, because I see her really accepting me to do it, you know. She's being good about it. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna end that experience, give a little intermission, and then bring her back to it. Hey, Break.
Oh, that just flung onto the wall.
Good. Everybody did a good old job. See, the energy in the room picks back up, so you can control that, okay? Very good, I'm very proud. And guys, let's do some treats while we're at it, huh? Is Bop Bop? Sparky? Uma? Is that right?
No.
No. Reggie left-handed. Wow! Alright, we're gonna get back to it. Where's that come? That was a recall. Good. It's like you have to have the conversation, right? You can't run away from the conversation. Fight, flight, or accept, you know? Or freeze, technically, but you know. Good. And now we're here, and she says, okay, so we're doing this thing. And I say, yeah, we're doing that thing. Okay, yeah, good, yeah. And I'm just gonna start by coming over here and doing that. That's good. Now this is, the real goal is to get her on her side and play with her feet, right? Because that's the thing, like nails. But this is the gateway, because you can see she already struggled with this. So by tackling this, it's gonna make that even easier. Okay, now I'm gonna start working and Julie can kind of describe what I'm doing. If she needs to.
He's gonna praise that choice because that is closer to submission and acceptance and saying, I'm allowing you to do this to my body. Josh is petting her while she's calm. He's also making sure this experience stays positive. So obviously he's not gonna find a mat and like rip it out.
No.
You know, at this point, this is a training session. So if he did find a mat, we would avoid that.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is gonna feel good. It stays pleasant as long as the dog stays pleasant. So really the dog is dictating the direction of the session. And then he's gonna creep down to the paw. Disagreement on her part, whipping her head around, and then Josh disagrees with that action.
And I'm not understanding that either. So she understands. It's a little bit slobber. It's okay, but look how I listen up afterwards because she gave me what I wanted. I just want her to know that that's just.
And she's constantly gambling, saying, what can I try with this guy that I can get away with? And she's gonna learn pretty quickly that Josh is not going to allow her to win. She's trying to leave the conversation, and he's saying no. More accepting. She said, I'm out of here, and he said, no, you're not, and here we are again. So it's a constant back and forth. Constant back and forth. It's answer, reply, answer, reply, answer, reply. No matter how ugly it gets, it's not going to end until she submits. Now, luckily, this isn't a biting dog yet.
Every dog has a different threshold.
Correct.
Hers is high enough for me to fiddle my way through this. Some dogs will bite at just you. They see your hand, now they don't. That's enough for them to bite. Depends on their tolerance, depends on their triggers. Every dog's different. I do think she has it in her to bite somewhere. I think most every dog does. Not every dog, but most every dog. I just think that it's really high, and as long as I'm fair, we should be okay.
Yeah, and there's a reason that her owners haven't really tried to do her nails, because I think they feel it too. Like, you know, if I try hard enough, I'm scared I might get a nip. Not gonna let her stand up. So notice he's not restraining her. He's not restraining her. He's only using the recall because she knows she cannot flee from that recall. And that's due to our prior training. So if your dog doesn't have training on recall, don't try this. Now moving on to touching the paws.
Hey, it's okay. I gotta regain some calmness here and some trust. You know, I don't know the dog's experiences before, you know, like all of them since the last time I've seen her. But when I go to grab this, she's like, she runs, right? That's not what we want with that. So that informs how it's being used. It's she's doing something wrong. You probably don't go straight to that. You probably give a few warnings. She doesn't listen. Then you go for that. She sees it. Then you correct. Now she associates you reaching for your gun, right, on the holster. So she sees that coming. She sees the correction coming. That's why I don't like that. That's why I always, and most of the time I'm working with a dog, you're gonna see me doing stuff like this, where it's behind my back and I'm checking it because I don't want them to think it's coming from their remote. I want them to think it comes from me. When I say shush or when I say no or when I snap, it's coming directly after that. How does that happen in their eyes? Lord knows. You know, they know it's from the collar, but they don't necessarily need to know it's from the remote. That's why I snap. That's why I say no, and kind of hide the remote. Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, though. You know, you can create respect by throwing that right there. You know. Okay. So now I'm gonna go in. Because she changed the tone to more serious. That's when I changed. Right. Now watch me. I play a different game with her now. See my angle I chose? See that? I don't like that choice right there.
Nope.
I'm
just going to point that out. Her head was over there, and as soon as Josh touched her paw, she whips her head around closer, getting her teeth closer to his hand. That's really what it is.
Yeah,
she might not know, but that's what her instinct is.
Okay, that's good. I'm not doing anything to create discomfort physically here. Good girl. I'm simply, grabbing the, right before the leg turns to the toes, there's like a little, right where it hinges off to the toes, I'm just grabbing it right there gently. Good girl. There's a lot going on as far as like how, when I firm my hand up on the paw and when I loosen it, like when she starts to pull away, I get firmer on my grip, and as she starts to ease up, so does my grip. That trains her to relax. There's a lot of this shit going on underneath. I mean, you can see me do it, but like Julie will tell you, like it just looks like I'm hanging onto the dog's foot, but there's a conversation happening. I'm letting her know I need you to submit. This is what another dog will do to her too. They want to sniff her wherever they want. A truly dominant dog is going to have his way with her. And if she's smart, she would let him, and she probably would, especially after a tiffy. And then when she's holding still, he's just going to sniff her everywhere. He's just going to go and prod her and then do whatever he wants, and check her out. And if she comes back with her face, she's going to get corrected. Okay? That's how it goes.
And you know
so
what?
I'm doing what the dogs would do.
Yeah, and it's not, absolutely right, it's not an unreasonable expectation. In fact, it should be the norm where an owner should be able to touch their dog's paws and cut their dog's nails.
We're not trying to be unfair here. I'm not trying to say, you notice I'm not overreacting, like give me that goddamn paw right now. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. I'm calm because I feel prepared to deal with her if she strikes at me. Even though she doesn't have a leash on or anything like that, which isn't recommended. I don't have a leash on purpose with her because I feel like the leash on wouldn't have given me the authentic. She knows when she's got a slip lid on, she knows all this stuff. So I just wanted something really authentic to get to know her a little bit better. She's a good girl.
She's got to try though.
Yeah, and I'm just...
There we go, disagreement.
Alright. Look at how this paw comes here and pushes on it. You see, all this stuff, she's not probably thinking about it, she's just reacting, but this is what it is. And I disagree with her disagreeing. She looked me in the eyes and she says, I believe him. And she put her head down. Now, it depends on who she's looking in the eyes in that moment. She says, I don't believe you. I mean, I want to put it past a dog like this, who I really think is a great dog. If she's with somebody who she really doesn't respect at all and they keep pushing, she might nip them. She might not hurt them and send them to the hospital, but she might say, fuck off. And a dog's way of saying that is giving you a little nip, So it definitely depends on who's touching them, the read of their energy in that moment, but also all the experiences you've had with them leading up to this point. Good girl. I feel like I have enough trust with her. I don't think I would want to do this on the first day I meet her. It would not be fun. I got to know her a little bit. She trusts me. She knows I'm safe. She knows I'm not out to harm her. That is all there. The respect's there too, because she knows I will correct her and I back up what I say. So I have that balance, and that relationship's what allowing me to get through this smoothly. So then when you're doing it at home, you say it's not smooth, it's the relationship that's why. But trainer's trying to do it and it's not smooth, it's conversations might have been missed that needed to be there to support this heavy load of this type of conversation. Okay, go ahead. I see you kind of got my mind going
You
off.
have her respect. Now the only thing going against you is her old association to somebody touching her paws.
That's
and
very
you
good
can't.
point.
You have to reverse that for yourself.
Yeah, I have to show her, yes. And so, and then there's the whole like, oh, if it was done right, it's like, but it never is though. I don't know, man. It's really hard to find a dog that you see somebody did everything right. Even us, we don't do everything right. We're just really good at like taking what already exists and shifting it to a better place. And so that's the name of the game, you know. Good girl. So it's through conversations and experiences like this where they learn. And look, I'm sitting down. This is school for her. This is teaching her what humans expect to be able to do and the common things that they do and what we like and what we don't like. I'm doing all of this, you know. It looks like I'm doing, I don't know, what does it look like I'm doing? I have no idea. But I'll tell you what, it really gets the dog to understand their spot in the pack, where they exist on the hierarchy. And they also know that through the trust and respect, she knows that I'm not going to harm her. You know, I'm back here, but my intentions are not to harm you, honey. She understands, just like, I just have to do this real quick, okay? But I will correct you if you think about correcting me or if you squirm. All these rules will apply. If you walk away, I'm just going to correct you and recall. She knows all of it because she tried all of it. Now, if I didn't let her try all that and I just held her here on a leash, she'd be stressed. Because she'd be thinking, what if I could run away? Or what if I could do this? Or what if I could do that? And it's all going through the brain. Let them do it, because the recall just lets them try it and come back. Try it and come back. Eventually, they just lay down and you can go to the next step, okay? Now, why does the recall work? It works because they're getting corrected and then recalled. They're getting corrected for leaving when I'm talking to you, for walking away from me when I'm talking to you. You get corrected first on the call, then beat, which recalls you. Okay, that's why if you just recall them, it's gonna be annoying. You need to punish the act that they're actually walking away from you when you're talking to them, you know, and then recall them back. Good. And you see how clear I make it. I say her name, she comes in, I show her the comb, she walks away. Clear as fucking day. Then I correct and recall. She understands completely what she did wrong and why she got corrected. That's why there wasn't any stress. Okay? My good girl. And then listen, this is, like I said, this is one experience, this is one session. This is only one. We take this session, we put her in our kennel, next time we take her out and we do this, it adds on top of that knowledge and that experience and changing the belief. Okay, until this becomes normal, and we do it all the time. It's just, it's kind of like rehab, I suppose. It's kind of what it's like, and it's something that we do very often with very difficult dogs. In fact, just dogs that are crazy, like they don't know how to regulate their energy. This kind of stuff helps. Okay, now I'm going in for the tail. Okay, mommy, and I'm not going to do anything weird. I'm just gonna give her a couple squeezes. That's alright that she did that. She self-regulated. She said, oh, that's right, I'm not supposed to do that. That's okay. Because I look at her mind, it looks great. And she's not flinching as much when I do this. And now I'm not going to go and do her nails today or anything. We're just going to start like this and get this so this isn't hard. And then we will get to bring the nail out. Because that's really going to be, for her, because she's such a spooky dog, it's going to tackle a lot of her big issues with her stay command. It's like, stay. Cool. Why do I break? Stay prematurely. I break it because I want to leave this position and go somewhere else. Maybe there's a dog over there, maybe there's a person over there, maybe there's a squirrel over there. Or I break it because I want to run away from something scary. So we're going to proof it with those things. We're going to proof her down, stay with fun things that she's tempted to break to go enjoy, and also with things that scare her to make her want to run away. She can't, like the trash can's a good one. Put her down, move the trash can around. If she's breaking her command because she's nervous, it's not good. It's not good. Okay. Now look what we got. This is submission. A dog who understands that she's exhausted all of her options. She has the right relationship with me. I'm able to clearly communicate with her to say what to do, so she knows what I'm expecting of her, what I'm asking, what not to do, and why she's getting corrected. She's not confused about any of that. She knows who I am, so there's no stranger danger. What we have is a dog who just submitted to the situation. So now I can actually affect and change the way she feels about it. Now, If she's crazy and I'm getting it done, I get it done, yeah, I got it done, yeah, I got the nails done, I got whatever done. But if she's crazy, that's her association to it. So next time it's a wrangle again, it's a wrangle again. You don't have to wrangle. You don't. Dog whispering, it works amazingly. Look, I'm gonna see what she does with that 5. Okay, so look, that number before got her to, let me get out of here. Now it's getting her to, all right. Break, all done. Good, now we're right back to normal, like it's over. Good job, we're done. Yeah, shakes it off and then just move on, okay? What do we got here? Who's again? Who got this one? Ricky got that one. Who does